Back in 2003, I wasn't doing much flash, just mostly window light, existing light, ambient light, natural light, and reflectors. Today's lesson will be about window light and how I was doing it a lot back then. For window light, we need to treat it like a softbox or any other type of light where we want the light in front of the person to light the front of their face. So if we're going to put them by a window, we need to set them at the rear end of the window. And that's essentially what we did here. By placing her at the far end of the window, we light up the front of her face because the far side, which is our right side, is seeing a lot of the window. If she were right next to the window, let's say in the middle of the window or even close to the camera in front of it, there would be a split light, or the right side of her face would have gone very dark. And generally speaking, I have the person turn their face toward the window. If I'm going for something moody, dark, distant, then I'll have them face away from the window, more of a contemplative kind of look. But for this kind of image, turning the face toward the window is a very photogenic thing to do. Now for this one, the window was very much to the side and maybe even a little bit behind her. So I had her turn her face toward that window a whole bunch. Otherwise, the right side, or our right side, would have been in complete shadow and we would have had a split light. So it's a good idea to turn the face toward the window, and if the window's far away from the camera, then turn that face also far away from the camera. And this is what happens if we don't do that. Now she had to look into the mirror, but now we've got split light, and by that I mean one side of her face is lit and the other side is not. So in hindsight, I should have blocked the light from the window and used some other direction of light. With window light, we have to be aware of where the brightness is. If we've got a bright cloud or a bright overcast sky and it's high, we can end up with light in the room being brightest on the ground or the floor than up high, where we would rather want it lit for the face. And here you can see I didn't do that. She's taller than the light is. Her sweater and her jeans are plenty bright, but her face is just kind of dark and muddy. We could lighten her face in Photoshop, but that doesn't change the direction of the light. So the way to fix that would have either been to light her with a softbox, or have her sit on the floor, or get closer to the window. For this image, you can't see much of the bottom part of the image, but I can guarantee that her lower half was brighter than her top half, because the light here looks just kind of flat, boring, and muddy. So my only choice was to lighten up her face in Photoshop. Now for this one, she's lower. The window is relatively high, so we have a good direction of light. She's lower because she's leaning on the counter, and that's where the predominant light is coming into. So the vegetables and she are lit very well. Now for this one, she's obviously sitting on the counter, but I had her lean into the light. That cabinet that she's next to would have blocked the light had she moved a little bit farther back, but I had her lean forward into the light so that her face would receive about the same amount of light as the vegetables. Now here's a closer cropped image of her, again too far back, and you can see that the light on her face is just not very good. It's kind of muddy. Her sweater is brighter. She needs to be more into the light. Now with this one, the lower part of her body and the image is in the brightest part of that light. She's too far back. So I had her lean forward, and now she's lit by the brighter part of that light.